In this video, I'd like to show you how to mess with the appearance of an object, like the color, shadow, shading, that kind of stuff, to make it look a little bit more realistic. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is come over to the Appearance panel. That's these three little circles that are over on the right hand side. When I open that up, you can see that's where the color is being held for the part. So everything you do that's that light blue-gray color, that's up here. If you double click it, you can then make it any color that you want. So if I want it to be orange, and I select that, then the entire part turns orange. If you want an orange that's not here, then I can then come to the mixer and I can go ahead and manipulate that orange. So right now that orange is up there and I can start pulling that more into the white. I can pull it more down into the gray, into the blacks, and so on. So this is all about the hue and saturation and whatnot of that specific color. If you do create a color that you would like to use in other files, if you come down here and hit the plus, it will add that to your custom colors, and then you have specific colors that you've created on your own that you can use in any file. Maybe I want this cylinder to be a specific color by itself. Well, if I highlight it over in the browser bar, so I find that cylinder, I highlight the cylinder, I can come over here to Add Face Appearance. If I say Add Face Appearance, right now it's showing that selection as whatever the original one was. If I say I would like to override that to blue, then I can do that. So every face that was created with that extrusion or with that specific feature is now that one color. Yes, you can also do individual faces. So if I want just this face and that one, then for whatever reason this one, once they're highlighted, I can change that. So I can add face appearance to just those individual selections, and I can make those whatever color that I want. So I can either change the color of the entire part, I can override that by changing a color of a specific feature, or I can change colors of individual faces. Alright, well, what else can I do? These black lines that are here all the time are really nice while you're modeling, but when you're trying to look at it or show a client, you may want to remove those black lines and make it look a little bit more realistic. That all comes from this Camera and Render Options box. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to say Shaded Without Edges. When I click on that, all of those edges will go away and everything will look a lot smoother. So your lights and your shadows and all that are still here. It's just going to make the part look a little bit more realistic. And speaking of realistic, the next thing I encourage you to do is go ahead and change it to Perspective On. When you put it into Perspective On, then it actually understands depth of field. So things that are far away get small and things that are close get big. So as soon as I do that and I rotate, you can see that the perspective makes something look really nice as far as looking more like it would in real life. So anytime you're trying to show somebody the final product, I suggest you get colors that are realistic to how it's going to look. Go ahead and take off those edges and put it in perspective, and you'll get a much better view of what it's actually going to look like in real life. And that's how you mess with some of the color appearance.